Yeah, absolutely, I do. It's I think it's a fantastic program. I mean, it's simple, and still it has everything that a real music program needs to have.
Yeah.
And because of the animation, it's very easy to work with and the shortcuts to everything. But I'm also working with Cubase and Pro Tools.
And have you always been, I mean, into making music on your computer, or is it just since, well, 1999 I heard, or?
You know, producing music on a computer, I've been doing that for the last 5 years. Yeah. But I also have been singing in a band for 2 years. It was a couple of years ago, but we were kind of good actually. It was like a rock band, but we didn't have this contact with each other. Sometimes things happened that, you know, we were what's called argumenting about wrong stuff that you shouldn't do in a band. Like so we had to break up, but things like that happens. But also I've been writing other kinds of music too, symphonies and some. I went to the music program in the gymnasium in the school, so you had to do everything.
And when was the first time for you were interested in music? Do you still recall?
Yeah, of course. I started to sing in a choir.
So that was your first time. But how come you went to that choir? You had to go from your mom and dad?
Yeah. My mom and her 2 sisters are they're all singers, and I was singing in this choir, and they were going to have this special performance with some acting, and they were going to have some kids with it. So they asked me if I wanted to be a part of it, and I said yes, of course. So it was some songs that I was going to learn, and so I did, and I found out that it was really fun. So I continued, and I started a new choir, and then I found out about the band and music production and everything, and so the interest, you know, I felt like the music frees my soul, if you know what I mean. Everyone has its own way to express the feelings, the emotions, blah blah blah, and music is my way to loosen everything up.
This is for you. Do you still remember one song you had to study with the choir? The first time you did a choir?
If I remember the song,
was it a Swedish song, or was it a?
No, it was. It wasn't a Swedish. It was in English.
Oh, English, yeah.
Yeah. So, but this wasn't any. It wasn't any real language, if you know what I mean. It was just background, la la la, and stuff like that. We were the what's called the childhood in the whole act. So, we weren't supposed to sing in English. We were just
fantasy language.
Yeah, fantasy language and la la la. But it was. Of course, I remember some of it. Yeah. But if I would have been doing it for 3 times, I would be stuck in it again.
Yeah,
but that's something I actually miss right now.
What do you mean?
Singing in a choir. I love like that, working in when you're a lot of people and together you are the perfect sound, if you know what I mean.